fuck?
I don't like. They just put a bunch of those songs. I might check them. Anyway, I think it is time to start the show. If you guys don't mind.
Yep, the most sensational, muppetational, age-ovational fucking show.
Yeah, I mean,
Are we the fucking
That doesn't-
Muppets over here?
yeah, we the Muppets.
We can
And
be.
this week's episode, or this month's episode of Analytical Fanboys. Welcome to the show, buddy. I'm today's topic selector and one of your wonderful co-hosts, Buster. With me is the other three guys. Introduce yourself, guys.
Hello, I am Guys.
No, that's
Hello,
Cody.
I am Some.
That's Simeon.
That's a
That's
creeper.
Boingo.
Oh,
And
man.
today, we're talking about AJ Goes to the Dog Park, my second favorite movie of 2025.
Cool.
So, fellas, I made you watch this Cody movie, and this is directed by Toby Jones, who worked as one of the head producers and leads as OKKO. He also was on Cartoon Network storyboarding for quite a bit. He got started on a regular show, and this is he went to school for filmmaking. He kind of accidentally ended up in animation, and now he did this nano budget comedy film filmed in Fargo, North Dakota. Thank you for. I always get them mixed up. It's North Dakota, and I made you guys watch it. So let's get some opening thoughts.
It was incredibly pleasant. I'm glad I watched it.
Yeah.
I am going to say something in a bit, but what you just said totally makes sense. It was pleasant. I have my critiques, but not in a I don't think, but more in I like this art and I want to see this person make more of it, and I want them to improve.
True. Yeah, that's a fair critique. I'm very excited to hear what you have to say. And Simeon?
The whole time, I was just thinking, who is this YouTuber and what is their bit? What's their usual thing? What the hell's going on here? There's a story.
Okay, there actually is some backstory here that I have to explain. So AJ is Toby's actual friend. He isn't actually an actor. He's kind of a reoccurring guy in Toby's projects. In fact, he worked at Cartoon Network. He tried to pitch a show called AJ's Infinite Summer. It got a pilot, didn't get picked up, but that was a cartoon you could watch on YouTube right now.
Wow.
So this is kind of a sequel to that pilot in some ways. There's a lot of recurring elements, but that one's more cartoony, and I mean this one's also cartoony. So yeah, this just takes the cartoony to a live action way to make it quote unquote more absurd, and just because that's just that's just the medium we're working with. But did you like the film, Sid?
I did like it, though I was incredibly confused when I got to the end, and it said written and directed by Toby Jones, and I was like, why do I know that name? And I went and Googled it, and all I got was photos of the actor. So it was the Dream Lord from Doctor Who directed this?
No, wrong guy.
Yeah, no, this is a fun little movie. It's very it's very indie comedy core. It feels like the kind of thing that like this is a mini Miracle. If this was just slightly worse, this would end up on best of the worst. But because it's as good as it is, it's just a pleasant little project.
Yeah. It's I feel like in this day and age of over these bloated budgets, we gotta appreciate these mini Miracle movies as they come.
Mm-hmm.
And again, that's why I'm not saying any of my quibbles are very much more of hey, now that you've also explained some more of that, it's okay, yeah, no, a lot of that makes sense. But why don't you explain what the movie is so people know exactly what we're talking about?
Okay, so AJ Goes to the Dog Park stars this guy, middle-aged white guy AJ, and he has a job. He works for his dad at an office. They don't really. I think he's a technical consultant. Last time I checked.
No, he didn't want to be promoted to that position.
He's an entry-level data clerk.
And he has a very basic routine, and then things start going awry when one of his best friends leave him, and then his dog park gets replaced by a blog park, and other shenanigans happen, and he's like, you know what, I need to return order to this city. I'm gonna become mayor, and he goes on a quest to achieve to become the mayor, and that's the basic pitch of the movie. That's your starting lineup.
So My first thought while watching this movie is this feels like the fake kind of movie that the characters would watch in a bit in regular show.
Yeah.
A little bit.
I mean, I already
Like, it didn't
explained
feel
that-
like a real movie. It felt like a fake movie made for a show or a movie. You know what I mean?
I mean, yeah, but like that there's an appeal to that. I feel.
It has that like Adult Swim made on a budget of $5 and a stick of gum vibe, where you're like, you can't quite believe this is a real thing that got released, but it's funny, so you give it a pass.
Yeah.
Yeah, there's a little Tim and Eric in it.
Yeah.
But also, like, okay, this is a wild ass take only I will ever have about this movie. So I'll just say it. This is if instead of getting into Power Rangers, Jacob got into comedy and made a comedy film instead of Power Review. Like if Power Reviews was UHF. Am I wrong?
You're not wrong. That's why I find it funny. Like,
Yeah, like a lot of that makes sense now because I work for Cartoon Network. The writer did. So yeah, of course
Yeah.
it's gonna have a lot of the wackiness of that environment.
yeah. And like, there's other like people like there's little cameos like by Cartoon Network like alumni, like even like Rebecca Sugar of Steven Universe fame does the ending song for this. And the last 10 minutes, which we can talk about at some point, was done by Owen Dennis, the creator of Infinity Train. So, like, well, we can talk about that later because I really want to hear your thoughts on that. But like, let's build up to that ending, shall we?
Okay. Should we
There's some
talk
good
about
gags
his
in the
fucking-
whole movie.
Okay, we'll talk about gags first.
Yeah, gags. I
like
mean, this is a
Wandering the
comedy.
Town in a
film.
Haze.
Yeah, well, that's like rewatching that because I've watched this film like 5 times at this point, and it's like I really like that recurring gag both thematically and as just a joke. Just like like different characters wandering the town in a haze. Like I just think that's.
I do.
Yeah,
it's not necessarily a gag, but I do like how they will do things earlier on that just seem to be like one-off simple gag, and then go on and go like, no, that was actually there's a reason for it, and it's not just meant to be fun and silly. Like when
like the library
AIDS
gag.
first show up and they kiss.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah,
the
that
AIDS
was
was
actually
the
pretty
AIDS
funny.
is my favorite. You were saying, Sim?
I just said, yeah, it was great that they got 2 alphabet soup agents in this.
God damn it! This is just Power Rangers references, isn't it?
Oh, I got some other ones for
See-
you. Not Power Rangers, but like the other people he goes on fucking trainings with. You got Bill Goldberg, and you got Captain Cutler, who's not yet a ghost.
Yeah. What other gags did you guys enjoy?
I enjoy just the fact that, similar to Hundreds of Beavers, whenever they wanted to do any kind of stunt work, they just threw dummies.
Yeah, that was great. Yeah, like the
Dummies and
blower
stuffed
into
animals.
The dummy. Yeah,
I'm always down for a good waiting gag. So the one I was a little skeptical of the movie, but when he goes to the mayor's office and just stands there all night, that's when I was like, okay, this might have some sauce.
Yeah, that's a great one.
The elbow sensual scene was very funny to me.
Yeah.
I literally had I paused it on like one of those collages of elbows, and I was like, I don't like how sexy this.
You've learned something about yourself.
No, I don't wanna.
You'd love
Oh, that whole
metal
scene,
shows,
that
'cause they'd be
sensual
throwing
elbow
them.
scene, that just reminds me of like when fucking HBO used to show softcore porn.
Mm.
Know what I'm talking about?
I mean, like,
Yeah,
I
I know
what
listened
you're
to the
talking
about.
DVD commentary because I have the Blu-ray, so I listened to the commentary, and they said that they wanted to do like an exercise video, like a '90s like extreme exercise video, or like they even said it reminded them of the intro to Breaking Bad. So I guess that prestige TV angle works. So I don't know.
There's an interesting dream like quality to the whole proceedings, where it's very much the point of it makes sense as a story, but the look of it doesn't, because someone will say something and it'll immediately pivot into the next thing, not making true sense, but making sense in a dreamlike way.
Yeah, and I always like stories like that, so that's probably why I gravitated towards this like a lot. I like that like absurdist the absurdist angles it goes for to like tell its story and just like the not just the jokes but just to tell like a thematic like story about like me and Boygo were talking about this earlier, white boy crash out.
I will say, like, this is the first time in a while there's been a pick where I've just genuinely been watching it and being like, yeah, this is totally something that the person who picked this would like. There's no one else on the podcast would have ever picked this.
Well, I'm glad to hear that. I like, yeah, because it's like I have been getting more into like these kind of like weird indie films as of recent, like because my friends will just show me shit. I'm like, I will seek them out, or just like I also just like Toby Jones from like what I've seen of his work. So it's just like, yeah, of course I would seek this out, and then I want to show you all it. You know?
Yeah, and I can definitely see why you'd like Toby Jones. He's great in Captain America: The First Avenger.
God damn it! We're gonna be here a while, aren't we?
Yeah,
No,
probably.
that
Also,
was
like,
my
another
last
reason-
one. I haven't seen anything else he's been in.
Okay. And actually, like another reason I want to choose this film, I was mentioning this earlier. The main protagonist, AJ, he kind of reminds me of like all three of you in like like all in one in some regards. Like, either
Okay,
like,
fellow white
Amorphous
boys, how do
white
we feel
man.
about this?
Yeah,
That's
no, I
fair.
can see it. It's
yeah, like,
it's an archetype, that's for sure.
yeah, it's an archetype. So it's like just like white men in their 30s, like who are like trying to be optimistic, but like kind of childish in a way, like learning lessons. There's like I don't just say that because of like one scene at the end, but there's a little bit of like Scott Pilgrim-esque quality to like a certain like montage in the third act.
The way his married friends infantilize him.
Yeah, yeah. I get what you mean. Yeah, I get what I mean there. Yeah. Um. Okay, I guess we could like if we could pull off some of the band-aids I want to like talk about. Like, Boygo, what did you like find a bit?
Oh,
Like what could improvement?
it was purely just. Here's the thing: it got better over time. So in the very beginning, it was basically how to best describe it. It was the acting choices, and I have a feeling it was across the board. So I have a feeling it's more of a directorial thing, but also learning that like the guy who plays AJ isn't a trained actor also kind of tuned me in on that. It feels to me that the tongue was just a little too much in the cheek, and it would have hit harder for me comedy wise if it was a little bit more deadpan. By the time the bald guy showed up, that's when it started getting the deadpan right for me. Like, yeah, okay, now you're hitting that stride that I feel like this kind of comedy needs, where it is super weird and ridiculous, but it is 100% serious for you. And that's when it kind of hit the stride for me.
Like that segment. So this film was filmed over the course of around like 3 to 4 years, and they shot the first 15 minutes in 1 year. Then the year later, they came back to shoot the rest as they so like I think around like Luciano, like the elbow guy, when he comes in. And also, he's not. Luciano is just a bodybuilder. He is not like a proper actor as well. Like, so they're just a Fargo bodybuilder they got like for the movie that like one of the producers got, and he does great like as like a comedic like presence and like a little mentor to AJ.
But like that first
He has a
arc,
great
that
nose.
oh, he's great. I loved him. He's one of the best parts of the movie. But that first act, it felt twee. That's the word I'm looking for. It felt twee. It felt like everyone was on camera going like, tee-hee, look at us, we're making a micro-budget comedy film that we're all very, very proud of. It's really funny. We got a lot of good jokes. And after that, it was like, no, we're making a movie. We're like, no, we're not overly proud of ourselves. We're just.
Okay, that's understandable.
It's probably because they had a year's break to reflect on what they've done and then come back and try and be better.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like, it's a minor critique. It is still an in good faith critique because it did improve over the course of the movie.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Is that your only critique, or
no? It isn't. I think the other one is, and again, this one also improves. like, you know what? I'm not even gonna say it's a critique. It's a thing I just wish there was a little bit more of in the beginning. Was how hard they go on visual gags.
Yeah.
Later on, about midway through to the end, visual gags become like way harder. They hit harder, but in the first bit, they didn't.
I don't know, man. The mare's arm becoming her leg in the jeans bit was pretty freaking.
Yeah.
Cool.
Yeah, that was really.
I don't know. It's the thing. I can see why it'd be a 10 out of 10 movie for you, but for me, it's like an 8 to 9 out of 10 movie.
Well,
it's
fair,
just like
fair. I don't expect it to be like 10 out of 10 for everyone. It's just like
it did remind me a lot of like was it Tim the Mayor or whatever, and then like a little bit of Tim and Eric Awesome Show.
Oh yeah,
no,
Cody, you haven't really spoken
Bruce
much.
did
like,
also
how do you feel about the dog?
Uh,
Because like part of the reason I recommended this because we got dogs now, so I want to know, or a dog now, so I wanted to know your opinion on the dog accuracy of. I know it's like different breeds of dogs, so it's like different.
Well, as far as I could tell, those are 100% two different dogs. So they're pretty accurate on the dog accuracy. Bruce did tilt his head up a little bit a few times whenever the dogs were on screen. I enjoyed the fact that like I will say that like it resonates with me to see the guy that just like sit in like some comfy pants and like a funny shirt and like sit down with his dogs while I'm sitting in my comfy pants and funny shirt with my dog.
Yeah, it's simple.
I do want to ask because like there's I'm not sure if it's a gag or what, like the constantly swapping out the real dogs for stuffed dogs. Were the dogs like really temperamental on set and they couldn't be?
I think it's just like safety. I think it's just a safety thing.
Yeah.
Okay.
Because if you pay attention, whenever they're dogs, it's a green screen.
Yeah.
Oh.
Or like it's really only.
So they probably
time
spent like 2 to 3 hours on a green screen with the dogs, filmed a lot of stock footage. Also, that is my favorite gags. It's just the random use of YouTube as stock footage.
Yeah, oh yeah, like the I love the when Luciano and AJ are gonna fight. It's like there's all the stock footage of like the guys going. It's great.
Was that where the people on the computers clapping as well come from, or?
Yeah, stock footage. Funny. Yeah. I really like the pirate guy.
I think he's the best actor in the whole movie. He really gets into his character.
Oh, he's one of the only trained actors, from what I heard of the commentary. Like,
oh, well, there you go.
Yeah, it's like,
and again, on my point, he was very deadpan about the character. Like, he is a big, absurd character, but he's playing not I'm a joke. He's playing it as like, no, this is a guy. This is a guy. It's the Leslie Nielsen of it all.
Yeah. Yeah, that's a good way to put it. Like the most Leslie Nielsen core character. Also, they're like that gag where he's like spiders and the bugs come out of like the other guy the way he's like monologuing. That was completely improvised in post. Owen Dennis not only did the so he did like a lot of visual effects for like the whole film, not just the ending part.
Did he do like the whole storyboard sequence about the sea guy's backstory?
No, that was done by Toby's girlfriend.
Oh,
yeah. There's various just like a lot of great people coming together to just like we'll work on like I'll help with this bit, I'll help with that bit, yeah, this is great shit. Yeah. And like the way Toby like described writing this film like was kind of like he had the general idea, but like I mean this probably happens with a lot of creative projects, but after just playing Exquisite Corpse with himself, because at some days he'll be like, I want to focus on this element, I want to focus like, and it just like he kept going throughout as he went through the story, and like it just kind of ended up the way it is.
And for people at home, Buster, could you please explain an Exquisite Corpse so it's not just sounding like
Exquisite Corpse. Okay,
necromancy.
Oh, I thought that was Tim Burton's next movie.
Okay, Exquisite Corpse. Basically, one person draws the head, one person draws the middle, another person draws the middle, and then the last person draws the little feet. And there have been many creative projects like Cartoon Network's The Own Elephant that use this format for activity. So yeah, that's
a game
the general.
telephone.
Yeah, a game telephone.
Okay,
yeah.
I'm going to say this in the best way. Go. Finish.
You go? No, you go.
No, finish. My thought is a completely new thought. Finish the thought that we were.
Okay, yeah, my thing was like Toby described it as playing telephone of himself.
I mean this in the best way possible. A lot of the movie feels like kind of swiping like through well done good comedy TikToks from a bunch of different places. What I'm saying? Like for like 10 to 30 seconds it's one scene and then it's a completely different scene.
Yeah, but it's like there's like a through line to it.
But like there's the through line is just it's happening one after the other.
Yeah. And like these recurring characters you follow. Yeah, but I can see that. Yeah. I mean, there is some stuff on my list that actually does fit that thing. I think a little more than what you're describing, but we'll get to that in like my Analytical Fanboys shortlist for those who wondering, because I have I have other comedy stuff, but I'm gonna hold it back for a bit because I want to try to like vary up my genres. I guess speaking of genres, how about that third act, boys? So like they have the big sap contest, that, and AJ becomes the mayor, and then he realizes, oh no, it's 2042, or so 2045, I think.
I think it was 2036.
2036. I think it was.
Time has passed.
Time has passed. That's the point. And he has to go find his dogs, and he learned that his dogs are going to college and shit. And he has to like cope with like oh god, I left them behind, and I gotta be a better person and shit. And my friend, I watched this with a couple friend groups, and one of them described it as this is the most Dempa core like American movie they've ever seen. For those who Dempa is like the Japanese help me out here.
I'm just double DENPA.
Yeah, DAM. Yeah, that word.
Yeah. It's what saying that this does remind me of Vulcan Welcome to the NHK in a way.
Yeah, you see what I mean? It's like it does hit that like those like.
Denpa is a kind of a weirdo outsider idea in Japanese pop culture. The Denpa men are an example of it, but it's like oftentimes in Japan it's more played for dark comedy. Here it's just pure comedy.
Yeah. You were saying, Sim?
I really felt like during that whole segment with the dogs and the college and everything, especially because of AJ Jr.'s performance, something about that actor, I felt like I was watching a Scott the Woz episode.
Yes, this is very Scott the Woz core.
I forgot where AJ
kinda but that segment specifically, this is a Scott the Woz.
Yeah, this is like an episode you'll get like the 300th episode. It's like yeah.
Wild.
Where it's like there's
my copy of Bad Noah is going to college.
Yes, stuff like that. Yeah.
Just looking up Denpa on image searches, and it just brings up Nasubi.
This guy.
I don't know this guy, but I like his vibe.
Yeah.
You won't like what happened to him.
Oh, good. Anyway,
the long story short of it, a television production company tortured a man for years to psychological damage.
Real life Truman Show.
Yeah, I was about to say.
You joke, but yes, that's exactly what happened.
Nice. And by that I mean horrifying.
Yeah.
Anyway, here's another thing I wanted to talk to you about. The end, because there's like 5 different endings to this film, which is another one of my favorite tropes. Stupid ass movies or just movies and shows.
There's the big sappy ending. There's the why is it still going ending, and then there's the ending.
Yeah.
I also feel like it was the funny thing is it felt like Toby got to a point where the natural part of the story ended, and he's like, oh, that's only an hour. I kind of want it to be a little bit longer than that. All right, let's wrap.
Here's the thing about the epilogue. That was only supposed to be 15 seconds, but Owen went a bit nuts. There's an entire 40-minute behind-the-scenes feature about the action epilogue with the skeletons and Lacrog, all the helicopter stuff, because the end of this movie is just a Godzilla like kaiju face. That's another reason I wanted to show it, because it's like, hey, you guys like Godzilla and Toku stuff, so it's like
it's definitely on the nose and funny. I appreciated it.
Yeah. Like
I
Yeah,
don't
like that
love
was only supposed.
that kind of shit tacked on to an otherwise different story, but I get that this is the kind of project that does that, so I wasn't like mad about it. I was just like, okay, you're doing that. At least the effects look good.
Yeah, like a lot of good practical shit. Like some nice like effects, lightning, good shit.
Mm-hmm.
The skeletons look stop motion and reminded me of that one shorts creator who does the stop motion skeleton skits.
I mean, those are actual.
Yeah,
That's an
the
actual stop
chasms
motion.
opening up looked right out of MMPR/Zoo.
Okay, there we go. Yeah, it's good shit. Yeah, so that was only supposed to be like a 15-second like end gag, but like it just kept going because Owen just kept adding more. So like it's like he did it. They added another like 10 minutes to the movie, and I mean it's pretty. I mean, I do think the last few like seconds of like AJ like using the power of the dogs and this random sword, it just does like wholly like make it all worth it. Make this like swerve worth it. Where even just got this everything I've been building up to has been learning that line. I think like helps the tongue in cheekness of the whole thing.
Yeah, it's like if Bippy was good.
What's Bippy?
That Cartoon Network pilot or Adult Swim pilot that was like,
I mean,
look, it's
I
a
don't.
funny,
Well, what
goofy
the heck?
show.
Oh, the one was like glitchy.
Yeah.
What does Pibby have to do with any of them? With swords?
I just mean that it goes from one like unassuming thing to like a crazy action thing.
Ah, okay. Yeah.
I mean, one can make comparison without being obvious.
But could you obviously make a comparison once-ly?
Could you
No,
make
I'm
a
not gonna say
comparison
that.
to the
That's too
Onceler?
mean. I don't think there's any Onceler core characters in this movie.
Yeah.
No.
I was about to say. I was like, I'm trying to think. Of, like, not really. Anyway,
Maybe the mayor.
yeah, the mayor's also a funny actor. Like, well,
The
like
thing
they're
I
all
find,
like,
the mayor is a funny character because she is the stereotypical evil politician kind of thing, but for no fucking reason. There's no like, I just want money. It's just no. It's just that. She's just.
She just wants her blog park.
yeah, blog park. Yeah.
I think that we're also not saying
I think-
the obvious comparison because it's very obvious. This is very much the same kind
What's
of
the
movie as, say, Monty Python and the Holy Grail, where it's
yeah.
there is a through line of a story, and throughout that story we see fun skits, visual gags, comedy, all that kind of stuff, and it ends on a non sequitur that doesn't really end.
Yeah.
I honestly did not think about that at all because to me, Monty Python is much more segmented. The bits are much more closed off. I was really thinking of UHF the whole time watching this. I was like, oh, Buster just picked this because they're upset they didn't get to do the UHF episode back in the day.
I mean,
No,
this is a stream of comedy movies. UHF, it's Monty Python and the Holy Grail. Trying to think of others because there are others. It's just brain is being poo poo.
yeah. I mean, Hundreds of Beavers, like Michigan Monster, like from that crew.
Part of me
Great
wants to say,
movie.
"Dude, where's my car?"
I haven't watched that
I've
one.
never
I've
seen
been
Dude,
curious
Where's
about,
my car?
been curious about that one because the title's really funny.
It's that's literally the entire movie.
The title? Oh, damn.
No,
Do you want to wrap up, or do you got like any other comment?
I mean, I don't know. I was just surprised generally. I mean, I'm not always down with comedies in general, but again, like I said, this is a pleasant movie. I chuckled at it quite a few times. I definitely appreciate its oddity.
Yeah.
My favorite
I think that's about
gag
it.
in the whole movie is when AJ's dad.
Spider-Man 2007.
No, it is when AJ's dad tells him he's the main character, and then AJ leaves, and he just sits
Oh, God,
back
the
down
music.
waiting for him.
Yes, that's great.
Well,
It
not
cuts
just
back to
that.
him when he does become relevant anymore. When he
The
does
best
become
thing
relevant
about
again.
that scene is that like you hear the music for the main character like fade out, and then you hear like the reality set in for him, where it's like you suddenly start hearing like car beeping and stuff like that. I really enjoyed that part of it.
yeah, it
It's good.
is. and even just they reference it later on of just like, yeah, that was a very solipsistic thing you just went through. It's like, yeah, for AJ's the most important thing in the world and nothing else matters. Everyone else has to bend to his whim, including a guy who's trying to kick him out of his house and instead just becomes his master Roshi.
Yeah, it's great. Yeah, it's just a fun time. I love this movie, and I'm glad you were able to find at least some enjoyment out of this.
There's legitimately a sequel you could make of this where AJ is an eldritch monstrosity forcing the world to bend to his reality.
Yeah, I mean, I don't know if there will be like more. I mean, like again, this character, or this version, this actor has been used by Toby in like other projects, so I don't know if there will be like a sequel. But it's like, you know,
He's
No,
like
I'm
a
just more making
multiversal
a-
entity within the Tobyverse.
yeah.
More just making a commentary on just on the nature, on the metatextual nature of the story.
Yeah, it is very like everything revolves around. I mean, it is called AJ Goes to the Dog Park, and so and AJ going.
You know
to
what's
the dog
funny
park.
about that? They never once
What?
walked into the dog park.
Oh, they just did have. I just think they did have a permit to just go in there, so it's like they just filmed outside of it.
I like the miniature scenes.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, again, Owen was a big part of like even outside of like the last like 10 minutes, Godzilla 10 minutes, he did provided a lot of like the miniatures for years like here's a miniature of the characters.
You know what? Sim, you know what this also reminds me a little bit of?
What?
Danger 5.
A little bit, yeah.
Have you
what it
seen Danger
reminded
5,
me a little
Buster?
bit of?
I have not.
You should watch Danger
I
5.
probably should. Yeah. I mean, I'm always down for like absurdist comedy like this. I mean, that's the reason I picked it. I just wanted to be like, yeah,
That's where the
here's
sensible
a
chuckle
funny
gift
movie
comes
that
from.
yeah, I'll look into it. Yeah, I'm glad I got to show this to y'all. I'm glad you at least y'all had some enjoyment from it. Like,
It's a good movie.
Yeah.
And no, when I said I had critiques, I was like, I want them to make more stuff like this, but I want it to be better. I want them to like improve their craft. There is a lot of craft here that is already like great, but imagine it being like amazing.
Yeah, like you're that harsh teacher. It's like you can do a little better than that. You know, it's like this is great, but you could go even further beyond. So yeah, we'll see.
And I'm like, hey,
I
I
hope
enjoyed
Toby can
this,
make more
but
cool
no
shit.
more from this catalog. On the series.
What?
At least not for a while.
Yeah, we've had enough.
No more movies?
1/4 portion. No more.
No,
more
I
of like
think
this kind of shit.
Simeon is
damn.
whimsied out.
Oh, whimsy now. Okay.
You have used up
Okay,
your
I
you
could have
quota
choose
for
something
the year,
different.
sir.
Okay, you're whimsy now. All right. I'm sorry.
This is a bit, by the way.
Okay. All right. Good. Yeah. But all right. So, hey, speaking of things, oh wait, Cody, do you have any final thoughts or before we?
No.
All right, Simeon, what you got next?
Well, before we go now, welcome back, everyone, to the Simair Questionnaire, the only game show that exists on all modular podcasts. When we last
genuine
played,
groan.
Burke surged
The
ahead to the first place with 7 points, as Snowcone and Buster got tied up with 6 points each. That, of course, means that all 3 of our players now have the potential to be the first to hit double digit. But remember, this isn't a sprint mobile, because that's call would be dropped. It's a marathon gas station where we got to get to the end of the year. So,
Are you just
before we
gonna
get
keep
playing,
shelling out these puns?
it's entirely possible.
No, what? You need to sit
I
and
can't.
go.
Damn it, I was gonna do something. Let's
during the
go
monologue.
fuck
You
you, alright?
completely throw me off. Now, before we get into tonight's question, I want to make one little
Throw the
adjustment.
Just circle back. Okay?
From now on, for my convenience, you will not lock in your answers and receive points all at the same time together. You will each answer the question separately, because then I can remember how to total up the points better, because I'm bad with math. Is that clear? Are we ready?
Yes.
No, you're gonna have
If
to
we have
explain
to
that
be.
for me.
No, look, this is already on the
Okay. Tonight's question. Oh, wow. I randomly select these, but this is actually really appropriate for the podcast. Tonight's question is, what's the best dog breed? Boingo. What is
Not
the
a
best
breed
dog
because those often cause health problems, and I'd rather have a dog be nice, good, and healthy than to worry about if it's going to have bad hips or a bad heart because of unsafe breeding practices.
You can, in fact,
Interesting.
find heritage breeders who
Yes, I know you can,
breed
but
healthy
I'm more
dogs.
saying it as a stamp on the ground of like, if you just want a pet and you're not trying to get like specific things, a random pound dog doesn't matter.
Boingo, I would give you just 1 point for not actually answering the question, but because you had a very noble reason for doing it, I'm going to give you 2 points. So that will bring you up to 9. Snowcone, what is the best dog breed?
I don't like best because that's how dogs work, but I'll go with Cardigan Corgi since that's my boy.
Hell yeah, we all love the Bruce. I'm going to give you 4 points, so that will bring you up to 8. Or no, wait, fuck, that's 10. I'm bad with math. Snowcone, you're the
This
first
guy.
contestant on the SimAir questionnaire to hit double digits. Congratulations.
I hope we're all the last contestants.
Buster, what is the best dog breed?
I will share it right now. It is the Pokemon Houndour or Houndour and Houndoom. Those are the best dogs.
Buster, that is not an actual dog breed. I'm only going to give you 1 point.
God
We're now
damn
up
it.
to 7. Thrilling installment this week. Really interesting and thematic. It's going to be very exciting to see who ends up eventually winning the value prize at the end of our marathon gas station. But for now, let's go on to my pick. Now, for my AF pick, I would like to propose we do something we kept talking about doing all year, but never around to. Shaking up the format of it. My proposal on how we do that exactly is to introduce a new type of episode for covering bigger, more long-running, and episodic content we're fans of. Stuff like Star Trek, Nancy Drew, or even Showa-era tokusatsu. We won't tackle it in whole like we normally would, but instead we'll each take a look at the episode or book list on Wikipedia and pick one of our favorite installments if we're already a fan, or just whatever sounds the most interesting if it's something new to us. Doing a grab bag show of sorts, where one person picks the meat, but the whole group gets to decide what parts we look at. Now, we don't gotta pick right now or even tonight, just soon enough that all the members have time enough to watch, and in case I already have one paired, so listeners can look forward to something at the very least. So, what do you guys say? Should we give it a shot, or I go with my backup?
I'd say we give it a shot.
Chris, you decide.
I'm still trying to wrap my head around your rules for this.
It sounds like
Okay,
if it's
it's
like
a
Star
grab
Wars,
bag
we
of,
pick like our favorite movies or something, or like an episode from Rebels or a
episode,
comic or
like,
whatever.
Yeah, like in general, like basically what Simeon
But we all
got to
pick the same
you know,
thing.
this, what,
It's like within a wider franchise where most episodes are the same, but they tell different stories within the format.
Yeah, like a Clone Wars episode guide list.
Okay,
yeah, I'm down.
Okay.
Cody?
Sure.
All right. Well, then for my
That's a
pick,
very
we're
I
going
just
to-
got outvoted, sure.
I mean, with anything involving my fuckery, it does feel like Cody gets outvoted.
Will this be easy to access? I'm asking.
It will be. I have a link ready. Just wait.
Okay.
All right then. For my pick, we're going to open a door with our imagination as we cross over into a dimension of sight, sound, and mind. It's a land of shadow and substance, a land we call
So what I think
the Twilight Zone.
I knew it.
And
it's like as soon as you start like saying like shadows.
In this land, we will discuss 4 classic episodes of television, including my pick, the 11th episode of the 2nd season, my personal favorite episode of the series, Night of the Meat. And fellas, in the chat, here's the episode list on Wikipedia, and here's is the show on Tubi. The whole thing is on Tubi, so you can pick any episode you like.
All right. So we right now we have to pick an episode or like later.
You can pick an episode now, or you can tell me in a week.
All right. So we just like random Twilight Zone episodes, and we just talk about the vibe and your favorite episode next week.
Yeah, and like the show in general.
Yeah. Can you link the episode like on the? Can you link the show? Not the link the episode specifically and pin it in the chat. So we.
I think that's what we should do. I think we'll look at the listen titles from the show. We each pick one, post it in our chat, and then we have the one that Sim picks. I think because you want to imagine you're picking that as like an emblematic version of the Twilight Zone.
Yes and no.
And then each of us also have one, so 4 episodes total.
Yeah.
I'm gonna watch the movie.
Oh, I heard things,
I'm kidding.
but sure.
That's obviously not part of
the movie
this.
is a bit much. The movie should maybe be its own episode if we ever do.
Yeah. I heard production shit that I'm like,
But the brilliant thing about this format is we can also come back to the show and do more episodes later if we enjoy talking about it.
Yeah, okay. We'll see. I've always wanted to give Twilight Zone a chance, so we go.
Alrighty.
All right. So yeah, Twilight Zone. Next is Twilight Zone, specifically just a grab bag of Twilight Zone, but specifically season 2, episode 11, Night of the Meek. At least listed on Tubi. So go on Tubi if you want to watch the next month's episode. Simeon, where can people find you to yell at you about this weird new format?
Hey everybody, I'm Simeon Scott. I recently got back into doing YouTube videos after a semi-long absence. You can find that as well as my regular toy photography and regular shit posting across the internet by looking at my link tree, which is down in the video description.
Cody, where can people go to consult you and help you out?
You can catch me online jerking my gherkin at Never_robot on Instagram or Snowcone83 at Bluesky or on most gaming platforms, Snowcone83.
Yeah. Boingo.
Hey, howdy, I'm Boingo. You can find me in a variety of places on the internet. YouTube, Twitch, Bluesky. Links are all in the description below.
And I'm Buster. I'm the nefarious person who chose AJ Goes to the Dog Park. You can find my various video analyses on my YouTube channel, Buster Corp. You can also find my narrative little cartoon thing, Victory Buster, on Buster Tales. We're working on fun stuff for both channels, so stay tuned. And this has been a production of Modular Media, the collaboration podcast channel where we all like subject each other to horrors and Analytical Fanboys, or we just shoot the shit like in Modular Components. So yeah, and so make sure to like, comment, subscribe, and appease the algorithm and shit. And I guess we'll see you next month with the Twilight Zone, the Night of the Meek,
and more.